And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Kiwanis Club of Roswell, we have Ron Lethgo and Laurie Schotz back with us. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Mike.
How's everybody? In unison and everything?
Wow.
Oh, pretty good here. How's life treating you guys? You all ready for Thanksgiving?
We
there.
already did it, right?
Yeah, for our Kiwanis
For
Club.
Kiwanis Club.
Yeah,
But-
we had a Thanksgiving potluck last week, and
Well,
so anyway.
you guys are all about food. You guys
Yeah,
don't meet
yeah.
unless there's food around anyway.
needed a restaurant.
Every meeting's Thanksgiving with you guys.
We had our Circle K, some of our Circle K kids, which is the college
Yeah,
group that
yeah.
got a chance to come out
Kind of
and
your
celebrate
young
with
Kiwanians.
us.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Future
Very good.
Kiwanians, we hope.
Which,
yeah.
by the way, always looking for fresh meat to be a part of the. Speaking of
Yeah,
food,
For sure.
We had approximately 20 members there, and I think we're at 25
Right.
total now.
Good
So
deal.
that's pretty good.
and it's a
Yeah.
great program because the youth, the young Kiwanians, they're kind of earning college scholarship money and things like that while serving the community in various ways
Right.
through Kiwanian projects,
Right.
and things like
so
that.
we have the CKI out at the university, and then we have a Key Club at Roswell High, and which is our high school group, and so they provide service to the community as well. And our CKI group is very active out at the university, and they show up at our meetings, and they were at our potluck. It's what was it? Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday,
Yeah.
not last week.
Because I'm still
just
eating
Tuesday, yeah.
stuffing and mashed potatoes. No one wanted to take all the leftovers.
She's not going to want
so-
any kind of Thanksgiving for
No.
actual Thanksgiving.
I know. I thought of that. I have all my stuff ready
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving, and someone said, "Oh, what are you going to do?" And I said, "I might wait a while
She's
on
like,
that since
let's have a brisket.
yeah, because every lunch and every dinner since Tuesday has been stuffing
But
and
it's
mashed
great to
potatoes
see
and
that
turkey."
there's this many youth that are getting involved. And let's face it, the future Kiwanians, I'm hoping here, because, especially when you have events like what we're about to talk about here, and there's setup of chairs and tables and logistics. And let's face it, some of our Kiwanians are like, I've been doing this for years. That's, that's backbreaking work. I'm a little tired. And then we got our Circle K kids,
Right.
the young, strong backs that are learning their way into the world, and while we got them, we'll take advantage of their youth and energy and have them help out here a little
Well,
bit.
and it's nice to get them involved in service clubs and
Sure.
service
Well, they
projects.
see a bigger
and,
picture.
and they understand it's just not all about me.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
It's about
and
other
in the world we
people.
live in today, the more we can show youth there's a bigger picture than what's in front of their nose,
Right.
the better we're doing.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's just the world we live in now. So it's great. But for folks that aren't familiar, the Kiwanians here in town have adopted as their pet project for the last several years here the all-inclusive park, which they've working with the city. The plans we're still, I think, everything's kind of laid out. What we're still in a little bit of the fundraising side and dotting I's and crossing the T's and getting all that, but it's all going. But we are still raising funds for that. Hence, what we're about to invite you to come out to help raise some more funds for the all-inclusive park. If you're not familiar with what an all-inclusive park is, it's a playground for kids, for all kids. It doesn't matter. And that's the thing. If a child's on the spectrum or if the child has any kind of limited abilities, this park can accommodate them. This is a park that if a child with zero limitations, just a kid being a kid, wants to enjoy it, they can. But if there is a child that's on the spectrum or a child that has sensitivity issues to certain things at playgrounds and all that, this playground is friendly towards that. So it doesn't matter. It's an all-inclusive park. Bring your kids. It doesn't matter what their background is. They can come and have fun on this playground. And so hopefully this is the first of many, but you got to make the first one before you make the second one.
Southeast New Mexico.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that, to be the first to do that.
Yeah.
Because we feel it's going to pull in, which I'm sure Roswell will be happy about. Ron has said that there are people that have called from all over Southeast New Mexico. When is the park going to be built? They want to come here
Sure, and
specifically to enjoy it, which means there's dollars in the system for Roswell when they come
Doesn't
here.
necessarily mean they're going to spend the night, but certainly while they're here, they're going to buy some food.
Well,
and go to a restaurant.
they're going to be contributing to our first receipts for sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
So there you
Absolutely.
go.
But I think this is going to be one of those things that 20 years from now, these are going to be the parks. Like you take your kid to a park, this is what you're going to be taking your child to. So
Well, it kind of feels we've been raising funds for about the last 20 years, right, Ron?
Yeah, it's almost beginning to feel like it.
well,
And we're hopeful that this is our last one
Well,
for the
Yeah,
park.
it's our big push.
let's
so.
be honest. There's been a lot of roadblocks that have
Yeah.
popped up with COVID, just the first one. But I mean, and in a world where you're trying to construct something, in a world where supply and demand is impossible. I mean,
And it's not just the city; it's also the state.
Sure.
The governor gave us some
there's a
seed
lot
money,
of-
so the state's involved, the city's involved.
it's a
we're
big
involved.
project.
The Autism Society is involved. So sometimes that makes it a little more
It does.
difficult instead of a little bit.
When you
quicker.
you put the checklist through a lot of different levels, when it goes up the ladder, it takes equally long to come back down the ladder
Right.
too. So, but that's logistics and stuff. We don't want to bore you with that. All we want you to do is come and have a beautiful night of entertainment
Right.
and music, and by doing that, supporting this all-inclusive park. Mark December 3rd on your calendars, and plan a night at the Anderson Museum. We're going to have a tribute to Carole King with Deb DeLuca. She's going to be accompanied she's on piano.
She's on piano.
She's singing and playing. She doesn't have a pianist playing with her.
No.
She's doing her
Right.
thing. And it's all the the hits and things, the songs of Carole King. And Debbie? Did she involve with writing, or she's just performing?
I believe she's just performing.
I didn't know she had a history with some of these songs or some of that stuff. Or
She knows probably the history.
Gotcha.
Like we had talked before.
'Cause,
A
like,
lot of the
she's-
tribute concerts, they
Yeah.
will tell you different things, or they'll tell you how when someone was talking, they'll tell you stories about their journey with the song,
Gotcha.
and that's kind of cool too.
so it's kind of like how it relates to her. Which I imagine when you hear those kind of stories, you're like, yeah, that's how I see it. Or I
Right,
feel.
yeah.
Because, for every person that has different ideas on things, there's a lot of us that think the same thing at the same time, too. And that's the beauty of music. You can get 12 people hear a song and get 12 different reactions to
Right.
it.
Yeah,
And
and
that's,
it's been kind of humorous when we've been out in the community talking about this. A lot of the young people, you'll say, "Oh, this is a tribute concert to Carole King,"
Yeah.
and they'll say, "Who's Carole King?"
Right,
They get this blank look.
So you hit probably 40 below, and there's a lot of people like Carole King who is
But the minute
that.
you say
yeah.
you got a friend by James Taylor,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, we know that
That's just it.
song.
You
Well,
know-
she
She
wrote
wrote
it.
that.
Right.
You know all of the things that begat from her if you
Right.
don't know her directly. So that's
And I tell them, well, if you listen to her music, you'll recognize some of the songs.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Tapestry was her big album that I think everyone that's 40 and over
Sure.
remembers.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. Yeah, but it's and because it kind of crosses into that folk a little bit, and and those genres of music aren't as popular as some of the others now, so they're kind of it's all reciprocal. I think because I remember like when I was a little kid, folk not being as popular, but then it's like ebbs and flows. Like there'll be a few years.
And
it's
what
like
is
fashion.
James Taylor? Like, is he rock? Is he soft rock?
Well,
is
yeah,
he
you
folk?
can't put a
What is-
label on that. It
Right.
depends
You know?
on which. Like you can take every one of his songs and put it in a different category.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right. And
Like, this is
she
folk,
wrote
this is
a
more
lot
rock.
for him. They worked together and collaborated a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, well, I don't really know.
But it's all that
It's good music.
Americana indie folk. All like I kind of all lump it to when you kind of like James Taylor's one of those you lump into all of that where it's just you hear it, and it's that reminds you of home or reminds you of memories past. and
brings
things like
back a lot of memories. A
Yeah.
lot of the music,
Yeah,
that we
exactly.
listened to back then. Yeah.
We all relate. I mean, and guess what, kids? Y'all are going to do the same thing when you're all our age.
Right.
It'll be your songs, and you're going to hear it on the radio on the
Anyway,
oldie station.
What?
Yeah.
You don't know who that is?
And you're going to go, oh, I met my first boyfriend or girlfriend to this song
Right,
or whatever
exactly.
it is,
So it's a great way to start kicking off, your holiday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that weekend, but this is it's a little different than anything we've done. It's a little bit more high toned
I was say
than
we
what
have a
we've
lot
done
of
in the
sports
past.
offerings that weekend. I know there's the
Yes.
bowl games and everything happening that weekend. So if you want something that's not involved sports and
Great.
cold and outdoors, just saying.
Date night.
It's going to be
Date
freezing.
night. Yeah.
Come for a lovely evening at the Anderson Museum. And if you've never been to the Anderson, get there early and spend a good hour walking around the Anderson Museum and seeing the sights and seeing all the beautiful artwork. It's so eclectic. That's what I love about that
And that's
museum.
what's wonderful about the space,
Yeah.
right? It's not just that she's going to be on this grand piano that they have. She's going to be playing and singing, but we're in the room
Mm-hmm.
with artwork. When you go out, it's heavy hors d'oeuvres, so we can go get your shrimp and your salmon and your different things. There's
Mingle,
another
chat.
room that has different artwork. Go get yourself a glass of champagne. That's in a third room of artwork. So there's plenty to do. A lot of times at intermission in shows, you kind of get up to stretch your legs, right? And you go to the bathroom, and then you stand around in the lobby. Like,
You're like,
okay.
all right.
But there's,
time-
there's plenty of stuff for you to look at and participate in at the Anderson.
Absolutely.
So it's a kind of a partnership with them as well to be like, hey, look, this great jewel you have in Roswell, and
Yeah.
now we're using it in kind of a slightly different way to
Yeah.
promote our function along
and
with
they have
theirs.
that beautiful piano over there,
Oh,
which
yeah.
allows a lot of these shows.
And
you
it's
know,
an extra
to
large
come.
grand, which I
Yeah.
didn't know until I went over there the other day. I knew it was a grand, but I wasn't sure.
I know it's probably more valuable than
It's
some of
a
our
concert
houses.
grand.
Right. Yes. From what we understand, it's an amazing instrument.
Yeah,
Right.
and so I know just from past, and I think you can attest to this. Artists actually, that's a draw for an artist to come there because
Right.
they're like, "Whoa, I get that piano. Okay, yeah, that'll work."
And although, I mean, she will be mic'd and the piano will be mic'd, but it
Yeah.
will not be. It's going to be a completely different feel than when you go to a theater.
Yeah.
Right. It's going to be an intimate setting. There's tables all
Yeah.
around her. She's going to be able to see you and talk to you. It's not like lights in her eyes where she's just doing her shtick.
Yeah.
It's going to be very intimate.
You
so.
know, and this is again, I'm giving a dated reference, but if you remember MTV Unplugged back in the '90s, there where they used to have the artist on and they'd sit there and it was them with acoustic guitar or something,
Mm-hmm.
but they would do some of their songs in that acoustic version, and they talk about stories and things, and kind of it's almost like sitting down with Uncle Pop or and just having a. And this is going to be closer to that, where
Right.
it's not formal. We're sitting there, the piano accompaniment. You're sitting feet away, hanging. It's almost like hanging out in a really nice giant living room with someone and just being a part of a fly on the wall conversation and hearing what's going on. And then, oh, by the way, beautiful music in between the conversations and things like that. So, and then of course, if heavy hors d'oeuvres, so come a little hungry and get that, and then. And
You could make it, according to Adam, we're using peppers. You could make it
Always
your
good
dinner.
for-
He says that it could be that
Well,
if you would
if
like.
it's-
You get a glass of champagne and you get the hors d'oeuvres. There is a cash bar. And you can help out either way. You can buy a single seat, which is $150.
Okay.
And if you are part of a company, it is $1,200 for a table.
Okay.
Or
We have a few
we
tables
have
left.
2 tables that are $900.
Okay.
That just hold 6.
Okay, so if you got a smaller group and one
right.
table,
Right,
that'd be
right.
perfect.
And you can do it if you do. That's considered just sponsorship. There will be your logo at every table, so you can take it off your marketing and sponsorship.
Yeah.
Take it off of that part of your budget. And so we do have people that have purchased tables that are like, you fill it with worthy people. So, and that's another way.
I
you
love
can
when
go.
people pay it forward like that. It's like, yeah, give me a table, and then people that would love to do this but they can't afford it or just wouldn't do it normally for themselves, and they say, enjoy this evening on us.
Right.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
I will tell
They'll
you.
share it.
Yeah,
Share
I
the
love when they
evening.
do
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
said this to Gene down in Artesia. So this is not advertised. So you have to be listening to this to
Exclusive deal.
Exclusive deal.
Inside club here.
So if you would like to come see the show, not get the hors d'oeuvres, not get the champagne, but just show only.
Just a concert ticket.
Just a concert ticket. You can call 575-513-8119, and they're $45.
Okay.
So that's the only time I'm going to say that this broadcast.
Before you pull the trigger on that one, let me throw this out there real quick. Since Peppers is running this thing, I know through my historical society, I work a lot with them.
Right.
And we get the meals, like a quarter almost. And they're great events, and Adam and his staff do an amazing job with the meals. But if he's doing shrimp,
Yeah, he is.
he does the shrimp appetizers with almost everyone. Now, I think he's missed one or two, but almost every one of our meals have had the shrimp appetizers. Those shrimp, I don't think I want to meet them alive. 'Cause they're huge. They're big. I'm like,
So go for the gusto, right?
I'm
Do the
just saying,
150 ticket. Do
there's
it,
nothing
do
shrimp
it.
about these shrimp. They're big. And you're just like, we're in New Mexico. Where are these giant shrimp coming from? But they're delicious and they're huge. And so before you go off and not get the shrimp, in the hors d'oeuvres and all that, maybe it might be worth your while to go. But if you're allergic to shellfish or don't want any of that, then please, and you want to support, please get that
And
ticket.
we wanted to make it that everyone could attend.
Yeah, I get that.
But if you can, we would prefer that you purchase a table would be the first thing, and then
Absolutely.
if you can't and you just want to have a great date night, come out for the $150 per person.
Yeah.
And then if you got that phone number, you have the ability to give me a call. And if I have tickets available, there's only a very slim amount.
Yes.
I've already sold 15 of them.
Okay.
So
there's not a whole lot of those left.
Right.
And I wouldn't wait till December 3rd if you want a table either, because you've already got about half the tables gone.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And I know enough to know about this community. We all wait till the last minute. We all do, especially for shows and concerts and things like this. If you wait till last minute and hoping to get a table, you may be left out in the cold. I hate for that to happen. So maybe
and the
today
next time
or
we're on,
early next
we will
week.
mention all of the people that have purchased tables, so they'll get a little shout out.
We'd love to do that.
A little
Yeah.
extra marketing push for them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so we'll announce that at the concert and honor those that have purchased the table and say thank you very much for doing that and in support of the park.
Absolutely, because let's face it, without
fundraising.
you guys coming out and supporting, I mean, this top-notch entertainment, beautiful facility. This is how we get this park built. If these aren't successful, then we got to keep raising money, and it's going to push it back farther and farther, and we've got enough government bureaucracy to push that back. We don't need to help that. We don't need to help that along.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So come on out, make it like you said, make it a date night, or if you're a business or organization
night.
and you want to honor some of your hard
That's what
workers.
you're going to do for Christmas,
Yeah.
right? Is maybe take 8 of your top workers and bring them out and let them enjoy
treat
it.
them to a lovely night of music and delightful hors d'oeuvres and real quick, because I know we're a town where we dress in jeans and things. What's dress? Is this more upscale or can you come
more
casual?
upscale.
Okay.
I mean, I think you could come
Business
somewhat.
casual?
Yeah, business
okay.
casual
or
would be
business
good.
formal.
We're not
if you
a
want to wear
dress-up
a coat.
community, so I want to kind of if you're wanting to expect people to get a little. Because
When I attended the Anderson
and
last time, where they had an event similar to this, I didn't help put it together, but there was everything from
formal
dress
dresses
to the nines to
T-shirt
someone
and
who
jeans.
had a tux on, but the T-shirt was
Oh, the tux T-shirt.
the tux T-shirt
Yeah.
with black pants and dress shoes.
We all
right,
know that
Sal?
person. we all know. We all have that person.
So probably not shorts or skirts or anything.
Well,
but,
years ago they had the skinny tie with the piano keys on.
Oh,
it. Same
yeah.
person.
I knew a lot of
Not naming names.
And maybe before that, the Mork suspenders, the rainbow Mork suspenders from Mork and Mindy.
You're really going back now.
Wow.
I'm just going generational here.
Don't wear that.
Although it may come around again and now it'll be popular.
You don't look that old, Mike.
But again, it's December the 3rd, 7 p.m. at the Anderson Museum. It is a night of tribute music to Carole King with Deb DeLuca. Get your tickets now. You can go. What's probably the best way to order tickets? Is it to
The
call
phone
you
number.
direct? Okay, is to call Laurie direct here, 575-513-8119. Again, that's 575-513-8119. Like and follow the Kiwanis Club on Facebook. You'll also find all the information I'm just telling you right there. So if you got lost in the Mork and Mindy suspenders and all that and missed the details,
Still mulling that over.
you could find it there. And of course, if you have any questions or anything, like if you got special requests or needs or whatever, you can shoot a message to there, and Laurie or one of the Kiwanians can handle that for you.
But it's going to be a great venue, great food, and great entertainment. So you got all three there.
I said this to Laurie last time, but what I love about that Anderson Museum is I don't care how much or how little you're into art, or if you're into a certain type of art or another type of art. They've got everything. They've got the crazy to the more traditional, the stuff that looks like art to something you're like, I wouldn't even put that. You realize that's a category of art. I mean, they got everything. They got everything from upcycled
Nancy does a great
things
job.
to more, something you want to put behind a glass and say, don't touch or look at, you know what I mean? They've got it all. But then they got something that's made beautiful out of like garden hoses or something.
Right.
You know, they got everything in that
It's
museum.
just a unique space to Roswell,
It's
and we're
literally
very fortunate to have it.
Absolutely. It's an eclectic mix. And this is something, too, while we're talking real quick, just Roswell is such a unique community with that kind of, for a town this size, for us to have as many museums and cultural opportunities, the zoo, the airport, even not just the entertainment side, the logistical side. Towns of this size don't get to enjoy this kind of thing. Your community little theater might be your top form of entertainment in town. We have a great one of those too,
Yes.
but like I'm saying, we have so many options. We have not one but two beautiful art museums in a town that, if they had one in a town this size, that would be a big deal.
Well, and I would put a plug in for Way Off Broadway.
Absolutely.
My
They do
grandkids
amazing
have
shows
participated
there.
in.
Yeah.
and
They go when they do
thoroughly
their
enjoyed
plums
it.
out to college. Don't miss them. I know they just had one, and hopefully they'll have another one maybe for the holidays here or something. But we love, that we're so fortunate that way. And so, please, if you never set foot in the Anderson Museum and you live here and been here, how have you not? Come make December 3rd your first time. Come enjoy the music and spend time in that museum. It is a real treasure, and help us make a new treasure with this all-inclusive park.
Yeah.
So.
And then the next
This would
time the
just add to
Kiwanis
it.
meet is December 6th. We meet the first and the third Tuesday of
Okay.
every month.
So it'll be
at
after the event.
Cerritos, because we have to have lunch, as Mike started with. We'll take a full circle. We got to eat. We're Kiwanians.
I wasn't wrong.
That's right.
Well, that's a good
So
way to
come
get
on
Kiwanians.
out,
I'm
and
like-
the first time you come, your lunch is on us.
Nice.
So if you want to check out what we do and possibly participate, we're always looking for extra hands to help us out.
So that's
Absolutely.
December 6th.
December
at
6th.
Cerritos.
And
At
the
noon.
back room.
At noon.
Absolutely, yeah. Come out and love to have you. And of course, the Kiwanians focus on children. That's their big. So when they're done with
Community
this
and
park,
children.
they'll work on their next thing. But like you said, with their with the Circle K kids and all of that, and
Key
having
Club.
the clubs in the schools, that's all through the outreach and through all. So that's so if you want to be a Kiwanian and you're looking for something to get involved with children, Kiwanians are a good fit for you, because that's kind of their main focus is the kids and things like that. So good deal. Is there anything we missed? Anything we wanted to share? Anything we wanted to cover that
Well, we're going to do another golf ball drop
Okay.
probably in
Yeah.
the spring. So we'll be back to talk about that.
Those are
Talk
fun.
about that.
And then we'll talk to you afterwards. I think we want to come back one more time before our concert,
Before,
just so
the
we
third.
can do one final push.
Yeah, one last
But-
minute reminder. Hey,
Right.
still a couple seats left.
That's right.
Actually, what I'm hoping is we're sold out.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would be
wouldn't
the
that be
good
great?
problem.
And then
Yeah.
all we have is a list of all of our sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could say, well, here's what you would have missed. if
Yeah,
you got your tickets
you
on
would
time.
have gotten it. You would have.
Here's what you could have
Yeah, for
seen.
the
Yeah.
concert.
Absolutely. Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank
Or
you. Same to
For
you.
Same
you,
to you,
like
Mike.
your third or fourth one now.
Yeah,
it seems like.
yeah. I might have sushi on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
not
like,
sure.
yeah.
The complete opposite.
And we
Two to
want to
six.
thank you, Mike, for your
Anytime.
support and what you do for the
thank
community of
you.
Roswell, and
Appreciate
with this program and allowing people to come in and promote their events. You're an amazing guy. We appreciate it so much.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. We like to have fun and goof around and get
Oh,
people
yeah.
to listen to that and then to learn stuff. And that's kind of so. I'm an idiot for good.
I say we're a bunch of do-gooders, is what I say. Do-gooder group I'm in.
I'm a doof gooder.
I like that. I like that.
Yep.
Very good. Well, thank you guys. We'll see you here next time.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Talk to you later.
All right. It is 9:44. Let's go ahead and pause for news. Sean Hannity